All right, so in this lesson, we're going to look at how to simplify a rational expression. But first, let's look at what is a rational expression or rational expressions. A rational expression or expressions can be written in the form of a quotient. So we would say P over Q as a fraction, where P and Q are both polynomials. So when we're saying polynomials, your polynomials can be a monomial, meaning one term, a binomial, meaning two terms, a trinomial, meaning three terms. For example, here's an example of a rational expression. We have something such as 7 over x minus 1. Another example would be y squared minus 1 all over y squared plus 2y plus 1. This would be an example of a rational expression. Another example, we will have something such as negative 6abc all over a squared plus 3a plus 4. So these are some examples of a rational expression. Now, when we simplify a rational expression, what's going to be so key for this particular section is that we factor, that we're going to factor in order for us to simplify, because the numerator and or the denominator has a polynomial in it. So let's look at how to simplify a rational expression. For example, well, here are the steps first. How to simplify a rational expression. Number one, what is so key here is that we factor the numerator completely. We factor the denominator completely. Then it says once we do that, we're going to cancel all pairs of factors that's common to the numerator and denominator. So I just want to take a minute for us, just take a minute and talk about going back over what's a rational number, in which we have discussed. We know how to simplify fractions, how to add, subtract, multiply fractions, rational numbers. But what's going to be a little bit different, or what is different in this section, is that our numerator and denominators will be polynomials. So let's go back to an example where we have here a rational number of 15 over 25. And we're being asked to simplify this, meaning we reduce. So in order for us to reduce this, we notice that we can divide a 5 out of the numerator and denominator, and we're left with 3/5. So what if I, instead of saying, okay, let's divide by 5, let's write the factors of 15 and the factors of 25. So the factors of 15, we have 3 times 5. The factors of 25, we have 5 times 5. Notice that at this moment we can divide out the fives, meaning it reduces to 1 because we have factors. Because it's a times, we are allowed to divide out the fives. So if you were given an example such as, let's say we had a question that said simplify, we have 3 plus 5 over 5 plus 5. Can we divide out the fives? No, we cannot. But what can we do? We can add the numerator and denominators. At the numerator, we have 8. Our denominator, we have 10. And then we will reduce that to 4/5. But I want to stay on this fraction here where we have 3 plus 5 over 5 plus 5. So you just said that we're not to divide out the fives because there is a plus sign. So because there's a plus sign, that does not allow us to divide out the fives here. So what we will have to do is we will have to have factors. So all we can do is just add here. So what I want to make a note of is that we cannot divide out, cannot divide out common terms, but we can divide out common factors. Keyword here, factors. Remember, terms are separated by a plus or minus sign. So we cannot, if there is a minus sign between the 3 and 5 or the 5 and 5, we cannot divide out the fives here. We would have to go ahead and perform the operation that is there. So I do want to make a note. Let's put an asterisk by this last statement because we are looking to divide out common factors in order for us to simplify a rational expression.